Hello everybody, this is Maniac4Bricks, and we're here today with a Collect-A-Thon video, where I take a look at a certain collection and see what I've collected thus far, and what I think about them, if I want to get more of them, or fix up what's already here. Or maybe just leave it as is and move on to some other collection. For this video, these are not the 2018 Arctic collection of LEGO sets. These are actually from the year 2000, when they started with them in minifigure form. They did do them briefly before that with Technic, but these, as far as I recall, are the first ones where they use it with town and minifigures. There were 10 sets according to brickset.com for this total theme. However, one or two of them were renumbered or might have been in a bonus pack, and two of them are actually unreleased, but the pictures are still available and still have their own set number to them. So we'll get to talk about all of that throughout the video, and hopefully it's not too long, although you can see the end of the video by now. First one is 6575, the Polar Base. It is incomplete. I've actually gotten 2 copies of that set, and I still have parts to put together for it. Unfortunately, for this video, I didn't get the tracker vehicle that's supposed to be with this. It has treads very similar to this vehicle, but it has a different shape to it. I don't know exactly where that is as of recording this, but at some later time I will update about this and probably find that and try to complete that set. But yeah, I've taken 2 sets to build it together as it is, and it still needs a little bit more work. 6520 Mobile Outpost is not here, so I can't really talk about that one. 6573, the Arctic Expedition, is right here in the foreground. It is incomplete once again. I still have a bunch of parts to find for this to complete both models. I do have the figures out in the back somewhere, but it's a pretty formidable vehicle, and I do like the snowplow that's put onto the front of this thing. Pretty useful and easy to move up and down. It also has a nice wide, glass case per se, just a big windscreen for the driver. So very easy to move about, but also easy to tell it apart from other vehicles. 6579, the Ice Surfer. I do want to put on record, I do own it, but I don't have it built. I got it when I was a kid, and the pieces are just scattered all over the place, so I haven't really done anything to rebuild it up to this point. Maybe some later time I will. 6577 and 6626 are the same vehicle. It is the Snow Scooter. This is one I've always wanted, but I have not picked up on its own. I probably have the parts to build it from my own collection, like authentically, but I cannot say it's here for this video. Then we have 2 sets that were unreleased. This is 6570, the Snowmobile, and 6576, the Sledge. I think you could rebuild these out of existing parts for the most part, but there might be 1 or 2 pieces here and there that were exclusive to those sets. I can't really speak on those because they were never made, and I don't have any close mock-up to those builds here. 6578 Polar Explorer was included with the bonus pack of 6569, which is how I got these 2 sets back in the day and more recently. I have done a full review of opening these up and building them and reviewing them on my channel. That's about November or December or so of 2017 when I did that. The other set here is 6586, the Polar Scout. And the polar bear is MIA at the moment. I should have 2 polar bears out of these, but they're both, missing somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where they wound up, but I'm sure they'll come back around at some point. All these sets are pretty nice. They can definitely tell them apart from each other, but they still have uniformity for their color schemes, so I really do like that about them. The base seems formidable so far because you have a lot of options of moving each building around. Each of them are on a 16 by 16 base plate, so you can rearrange them with each other very easily, and you create a little bit of space inside of them. That's the one thing I will say is bad, is that there's not a lot of room to stand minifigures inside of each of these buildings. But from the outside, it definitely gives enough space that you could park other vehicles next to it, have operations going on. There's a few doors that can open up different ways to each of them. Not a lot of play features with this theme in particular, much less than what you see nowadays with LEGO City Arctic, but I still appreciate it for the time period that they were made in. They still have some unique looks to them, and since they were used, some of the stickers are a little wonky now, but they still go together a-okay. They're pretty easy builds, actually, if you were to pick these up. You know, not just the polar base, but also any of the other vehicles. And there goes a flag. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and let me know in the comments below what you think about these sets. Also, let me know what you think about the Collect-A-Thon style of trying to go over all these at once. Do I need to improve things here and there? I appreciate your feedback in advance. We'll see you next time with more LEGO videos, and eventually we'll see you with an update on LEGO Arctic from 2000. Eventually I'll get the ones from this year, and I do have the other ones from a few years ago that I'll talk about at some point.